Yo, welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back in the house. Got another banger for y'all right now. DU fan, what's up? We in the building. All right, y'all already know what it is. Why am I so hyped? We just lost. Why am I so hyped right now? Why do I sound excited when I ain't supposed to be? Frankly, it's because I've come to the realization that we just ain't that good. So the season is pretty much, it's not over. It's not over because we got 12 games left, all right? And that's what this video is about. We're about to go over these 12 games to see what we can salvage out of this season. But when you know that your team isn't that good, the expectations kind of dwindle away. And my expectations have dwindled to just trying to win a certain amount of games if we can win them and moving on to next season because it just doesn't look good right now. All right, now it doesn't mean that we can't rip off a run of 12 straight wins and make it to the playoffs somehow. It doesn't mean we can't do that. Almost impossible, highly unlikely, okay? Highly unlikely that we do that. Especially the way we're playing right now. We would have to do a 180 in the way we're playing in every aspect, including coaching, including what the front office is doing. Complete 180 everywhere in order for that to happen. I don't see it. Not that it can't happen, but the probability is like 1%. Okay, so it is what it is. Y'all know. Y'all here with me. Y'all see what we see. I see it in the comments. It just ain't looking good. We are what we are. With that being said, somebody in the comments was saying that we don't really have a favorable schedule. All right, so I figured I might as well just address this and bring it to the forefront. Why not make a video about it and let y'all know exactly what the schedule is moving forward and how we can maybe salvage the rest of the season and come out of this with a winning record. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying that it's something that we can do or should do, but it is a possibility if we can get our act together. Once again, very small chance, but might as well talk about it and put it out there. All right? So, got my trusty phone with me. Let's go ahead and rip off these games and based on how we've been playing, say if we're guaranteed to lose the game for the most part. When I say guarantee, it's not 100%, it's like 90%, all right? Because there's always that 10% chance you can win unless you're playing the Buccaneers again, all right? Then all bets are off, or Kansas City, or one of those teams. All bets are off. But we have a chance, all right? And when I say guaranteed loss, it's a 90%. We're going to lose the game. And there's a couple of those. All right. Jacksonville Jaguars being the first one. We both ain't that good. We can win this game. Okay. We know it's going to be a tough one because Jacksonville don't have no problem putting up points. We got a problem putting up points. Their defense at this point is probably the same as ours. Maybe a little bit better at some points. And maybe we're better at some points. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up game. It's going to be pretty much even. They probably might even have, the advantage when it comes to Vegas. I don't know. I don't know what the line's going to be. I'm not sure. It's Monday. I'm not sure. So we can win this game. It's a very winnable game. I don't want to make a prediction, but we can win this game. Okay? Falcons. That's another one. All right? Back to back. Jaguars, Falcons. If we beat the Jaguars, gives me hope that we could beat the Falcons because the Falcons just ain't that good. Do they put up points? Yes. Tua should hopefully be back by at least that game, if not the game prior. So maybe we can rattle off 2 in a row. Okay? Maybe. Then we got the Bills. Guaranteed loss. Now, once again, guaranteed doesn't mean 100%. It means 90. But in the case of the Bills, you might as well say 100, okay? Let's not say 100 because that just sounds real bad. 99.9% chance we lose that game, okay? pretty much a guarantee. So no matter what, we will have at least 5 losses. Okay. We didn't have the Texans. I think we win that game, to be honest. I just think we're going to win that game. Now, we lost to the Colts, which I thought we were going to beat. But the Texans, by that time, we should have a few more wins in our system. Maybe we could, go in there and do some good things. I believe we could win that game. That's another really good game for us to play because it's not a really good team. Ravens, guaranteed loss, okay? It's on a Thursday night, prime time. We're not good in prime time. The last time we played the Ravens, prime time, we got smoked and destroyed, okay? I don't even want to get into that. The last time we played the Ravens, period, we got smoked and destroyed. All right, we didn't even put up no points. Guaranteed loss, that one's at 90%. All right, once again, guaranteed, I'm not going 100. I'm going 90%. In the case of the Bills, I went 99.9%. 90% chance we lose this game against the Ravens. That's at least 6 losses, pretty much guaranteed. All right, counting already, we've got 4. So, Jets, we should be able to beat the Jets. All right, should be able to. Favorable matchup. Panthers, that's a real iffy one because the Panthers are playing really good. So that's one of those games where they should win that game and maybe we can eke it out. It's not a favorable matchup. That could possibly be our 7th loss. Okay, now we can only survive one more. We can only have one more loss before we start getting into being a sub 500 team. Okay, we can only take one more loss. So right now, I got us with possibly 2 and possibly a 3rd loss against the Panthers. Giants, that's a favorable matchup. We possibly go in there, we win that game. All right? We possibly could win that game. So that gives us a chance once again. All right? Gives us a chance. Jets again, one of those games probably will go their way. Okay? I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's going to be a tough one. We can still win that game. All right? It's a game we can win. It's one of those 2 sorry teams going at it, and whoever holds their head the highest wins the game. All right. Next up, Saints. That's a team that possibly could beat us. That's not a game that we would really typically want to play. Yes, they don't have a whole bunch of weapons on offense, especially Taysom Hill went out. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. But I don't know. All right, it depends on how we caught fire up until this point. If we had caught fire and we start rattling off games and we start winning some of the games I didn't think we were going to win, we're beating the Saints. All right, unless we have a That's So Dolphins moment, which, anyway, it's possible we can win that game, guys. Then we have the Titans. Ryan Tannehill. All right, we're going to his house. That's an L. All right, that's one of those losses because of the running game. If we had caught fire by then, it's probably not going to be because we are stopping the run. All right, it's going to be because we got back to doing what we were doing last year, and stopping the run wasn't part of that. Henry will run all over us. Tannehill will do his thing. We lose that game. That gives us a guaranteed, all right, 90% guarantee on that one. 8 losses. We can only get one more loss. All right. We only have one game left. Patriots. All right. At our house this time. That one's a toss-up. The first time, we barely got out of there. Once again, if we're hot and we start rattling off some games against these sorry teams and we build our confidence up, we might be able to get this one. All right. But this is where it gets close because we got 8 losses for the most part right now already. All right. We would go in there 8-8 supposedly and have a chance of either being a sub 500 team or an above 500 team. There's no 500 team anymore because that doesn't exist anymore because they've moved on to 17 games instead of 16. All right, so yes, the matchups that we have coming up aren't all easy cupcake games, but there are a good amount of them where we can boost our confidence, where we can really get to see what Tua has, and we can really try to make something out of the season and be above 500 team. Maybe we win a game that we're not supposed to win, and we win all the games that we're supposed to win. I don't know. There's a chance, okay, if we hold ourselves to just 2 losses the rest of the way, we can still try to make a run at the playoffs. Now, I understand most of y'all don't want to hear nothing about no playoffs, but we got to keep it realistic. There is a chance they turn this thing around, all right? It's not likely. It's not probable. I get that. It's probably, a 99.9% chance we don't, but there's a possibility. So you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance they could turn this thing around and we could end up in the playoffs because they got hot. All right, we've seen them get hot before. They can get hot again. It all takes, a light bulb going off on defense, offense, everything coming together, and then they start playing complementary football, and then we start, moving in the right direction. It can happen. Do I believe it will happen? We'll see. All right? So I just wanted to go over that real quick because I wanted to give y'all an overview of what the rest of the season could look like for us. All right? It's not over just yet. We have a lot of cupcake teams coming up. We're a cupcake team ourselves, so they're probably looking at us like, yeah, that's a guaranteed dub, all right? So we need to go in there. We need to go handle business. We're not as bad talent-wise as our record shows, but we are as bad as a team as our record shows, if that makes sense. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it makes sense to me in my head, all right? We've got talent. It's not like we don't. We have talent. It's not coming together. We're losing games. Plain and simple. Coaching has to do with that. Execution has to do with that. Everything encompassing has to do with that. Tua being out, I believe, also has to do with that. It's just, we're not clicking. So if we get to find a chance, find a way to click and make things go, then we might be able to make something out of the rest of the season. All right. Last thing I want to talk about with you guys is that there's a rumor going around, and it was spread by Perform. Okay, it was spread by Perform, and if you know anything about Perform, that is the training facility that Tua is under, that he uses, and that he's been using to, get right. All right, to get better and things like that. We don't know how good Perform is yet because Tua played 1 game, got injured in the beginning of the second. So it's inconclusive. We don't really know what Perform is. But what we do know about Perform is that they like running their mouth. All right. They like running their mouth and they like talking about coach. All right. So we know that much. Now, here's what I will say. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. Maybe he is starting Coach Flores to lose the locker room. I don't believe he's fully lost the locker room yet. It is possible that he could be, though, all right? Because when you're losing like this and your coach is on you and nothing is working, it can tend to rub you the wrong way, all right? Because all Flores has been saying so far is execution, execution, execution. So that really is pointing the finger at the player rather than taking responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that Flores is not taking responsibility, but that's what it looks like when you keep saying execution, execution, execution. All right. So they're looking at tape. They have the right to say, hey, this is an execution thing because they're the ones looking at tape. They're the ones analyzing that type of stuff. If it's not working and you're not correcting things, then you start to lose the locker room because they're not buying in to the vision and to the scheme and to the game plan, and things can just get go awry after that, and the next thing you know, you're doing a restart. I hope that this is not the case. I don't know what this guy at Perform knows. I don't know if he's talked to any sources. I don't know if he's talked to Tua. I'm not sure. All right. Now, being that it's Tua's guy, that is a little bit alarming because maybe Tua has told him some things, and you ain't supposed to be talking outside the locker room with nobody like that except your agent. All right. So I don't know. Loose lips sink ships. I don't know. All right. I don't know. Hopefully this is not a big deal. Hopefully it's just a man running his mouth and talking. Hopefully that's all it is. But once again, where there's smoke, there's fire, something to keep an eye on, something to see. If, we go into Jacksonville and we get obliterated in London, there might be some more, to this, because that means the team is just not responding. And if the team's not responding and he loses the locker room, it's hard to get the locker room back. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Please go get y'all some merch. Go get y'all some merch. Somebody asked about this shirt a little earlier. It's at my website, all right? Most of what you see me wear, except for on Sunday, because I wear the same shirt every Sunday for the most part. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. All right, so I do wear the same shirt every Sunday. I might change that up, actually, because we've been losing too much in that shirt. So it might be the shirt. You know what I'm saying? It might be on me, guys. It might be the shirt. So I might need to change the shirt so we can start having some winning going on. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, go get y'all some merch. All right, I made this stuff for y'all. It's real good. I've got 2 shirts on there I just added, and a crop top for the ladies. All right, so if your wife wants a drop shoulder crop top or something like that with my logo on it, get it for I don't know, Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Put it next to the turkey. Do what you do. I don't know. I ain't judging. All right, I'll let y'all in the next one. Fins up till we die. See y'all later.